Welcome to today's video where we will be discussing the Veblen Effect. This phenomenon is a contradiction to the existing law of demand and is connected to the dominance in the psyche of some people of motives of prestige and the desire for luxury. The Veblen Effect is inherent to the connoisseurs of status goods, and it causes them to engage in demonstrative consumption to demonstrate their financial capabilities. In this video, we will be looking at the history of the Rothschild family and how they are related to the Veblen Effect. Part 1. The Rothschild Family. The Rothschild family is one of the wealthiest families in the world and can afford titles of nobility, family crests, haute couture outfits, jewels, villas, palaces, islands, yachts, etc., etc. Mayor Amschel Rothschild was the first of a great billionaire family clan, and he was anything but spendthrift. In 1764, a 20-year-old mayor discovered his main talent, becoming a numismatist. Since starting a hobby for the residents of Frankfurt Jewish ghetto was an illegal luxury at the time, it became profitable to trade, offering the latest numismatic wonders to wealthy nobles. Later on, Mayor Rothschild became a visitor to castles and palaces, and 5 years later he stood confidently on his feet. He became the owner of a currency exchange, which he managed excessively successfully, and began to order the printing of his catalogs, and later also got married. The wife gave her husband 10 children. Half of them were boys who inherited the main parental trait, love of money. Part 2. The Veblen Effect. In the book, The Theory of Idle Class, published in 1899, Thorstein Veblen describes in detail the moneyed class, which occupies the highest rung of the social hierarchy. This class is not without the incentive to effort and thrift, but the secondary factors of money, rivalry, so strong determined its actions and the simultaneous to effort receives practically no expression. In order to keep earning people's respect, it is not enough to possess wealth and power. Wealth and power must be made evident, as respect is given only upon proof. This is the Veblen Effect. Demonstrative consumption that occurs when consuming goods that are out of reach for most ordinary consumers due to their high price. Such consumption is caused by the desire to demonstrate the exclusivity of a person who can afford such consumption. Part 3. The connection between the Rothschilds and the Veblen Effect. The Veblen Effect is inherent in connoisseurs of status goods. This is a consequence of the dominance in the psyche of some people of motives of prestige, the desire for luxury, the symbols of which are expensive things. The Rothschild family is a perfect example of this phenomenon. They are one of the wealthiest families in the world and can afford to buy the most expensive items, which they do to demonstrate their financial capabilities. The Veblen Effect is also connected to another phenomenon. In the eyes of a person with a fairly good financial situation, everything that is inexpensive seems ugly or of poor quality. People are ready to pay huge sums just for a brand, a name, or for the opportunity to consider themselves special, not like the majority. In conclusion, the Veblen Effect is a fascinating phenomenon that occurs when consuming goods that are out of reach of the most ordinary consumers due to their high price. The Rothschilds family is a perfect example of this phenomenon, as they can afford to buy the most expensive items to demonstrate their financial capabilities. I want to challenge you to look at places where you're spending money. Are you buying things just to show that you are part of the in crowd? Think about the brands you buy. Are some of these brands maybe a little bit more expensive, but have the same function as maybe some lesser expensive brands? Take a look, try it out. And of course, if you're enjoying this content and would like to hear more, please like and subscribe and turn on your notifications. We really would appreciate it because we enjoy helping you learn to save some money. Thank you. Good luck on success.